Hey everybody, this week we're talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Ella McCay.
And in our second half, for the month of December, we're doing festive flicks and our usual Did We Know?
Santa! I know him. Hello everyone.
Hello.
And welcome to a new episode of the A-List Admission. I'm Ricardo.
I'm Cheyenne.
And this podcast is all about your casual viewings of the new releases that came out the week before. Just to prep you for, I don't know, date night, cheap night.
I thought you said cheat night.
Oh, no, not cheat night. Cheap night.
Yeah.
Date night.
Yep.
Or if you want to go to the movies and you just don't want to spend your money on a crappy movie.
Yeah, so we'll swing right into some personal news. This is like a mini disclaimer. There's a massive freaking cold sore on my face. I rarely ever get them. I used to get them chronically, but I do take something called lysine. So if anyone has cold sores chronically and you get really annoyed with them, take lysine. It's a vitamin. It actually prevents it, but the only time it flares up is when I'm actually not feeling the greatest, which I'm not feeling the greatest. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'll try not to talk too much. So if my face looks extra shiny around my mouth, it's because I have Blistex on.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, the main personal news was I was having weird car trouble. My car wouldn't start for a few days ago. I don't know if it's the battery or the starter. Anyway, we're getting it checked out today, and it's actually ready to pick up today. So this works out great. But
Yeah, actually, they gave us a call that it was ready to get picked up right before we started filming, and I'm like, okay, well, we're going to pick it up after this.
Yeah.
So.
One other piece of personal news is that we're not wearing our Oodies today.
Oh, yeah.
So usually we would be wearing our typical like blue and pink Oodies or like the over the blankets that you wear. But we just finished actually cleaning up something for Ron and Harry, our guinea pigs. So I didn't want to get more hair on those. So to keep them clean, we just put on another, like I'm just wearing workout clothes from the gym this morning. Ricky threw on his sweater. So bish bash bosh. We're not wearing Oodies today. Surprise.
Oh, no. The world is ending. Yeah. I'll go into something that we talked into last week that I'm going to mention now because it is kind of movie news, but it's like our opinion based on movie news. And I was debating about putting this on TikTok. So if we put this on TikTok, this will be it, what we do on TikTok. So we've been seeing some comments about the Netflix Warner Brothers deal stuff. And we released a TikTok last week about it. And we commented it on our show. So people are just kind of favoring the Netflix side of this so far.
Really?
Yeah, remember like people who were saying that it was like a cult to watch the movies.
Oh, yes.
So I don't know. So just to streamline this. So let's say, like we said in the podcast last week, let's say Netflix does buy out Warner Brothers, and let's say HBO Max is no more, and they just absolve HBO Max and all that good stuff. The thing is that there's going to be more streaming services now that offer. There's going to be less streaming services now, right? HBO is a huge competitor to Netflix, to Disney Plus, to Hulu, to
all the things,
you name it, right? And so, what incentivizes Netflix to keep it at the same price when they have more to offer now, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how Netflix doesn't look at this and go, oh, well, this is a fun excuse to go, oh, well, yeah, if you buy Netflix, you get HBO Max too. You know what I mean?
It's not a cult going to the movies.
No, and then that's the other thing is we are people who just enjoy movies.
Well, we're not the only ones either.
No, and then that's kind of what I was going to get to. Like, we love going to the movies, but us trying to get people to go to the movies is not because we just want you to be at the theater. We want you to go to the movies because we support artists and the art of film. And that is, like, sure, we can go to film festivals too, and, like, we can go actually be involved in a bigger way. But, like, for us, that, like, for me and Cheyenne, that are not in the technical space of film, right? And we just like going to the movies. Like, for us, it's us supporting. Yeah, sure, we can support these, like, big name companies like Paramount, like Warner Brothers, like Netflix, like Apple, like whatever, right? but we also go to the movies to support the independent films, right? Like one of the movies that we talked about today is definitely on that realm, right?
Yeah, but like we've seen TIFF selection movies this year too.
Exactly.
We've seen movies that are people trying to do their best. Sure, some flop, but there's also big blockbusters, and it's sure it might be giving money back to the studio, but I personally want them to keep making movies that get released to the theater because the experience is so much better. Like with the new Avatar coming out, there's no way that would be as good on a small TV than it would on a big screen.
I completely agree. Right? And then the other stream of thought that I wanted to go into with this is like when we I know we release stuff on Spotify, but to look at Spotify in the terms of music creatives, it's really hard for an independent label or an independent creator, artist to release their music and be noticed on Spotify or get paid on Spotify, right? And so then the result is that they have to sign on to a major label and then might lose their entire catalog of music, right? And that's because there's honestly only one streaming music source out in the world right now, right? Yeah, okay, you have Apple Music and you have other options, but like Spotify dominates that space 100%.
Yeah.
Right? And so I don't want it to be a thing where like now, we assume Netflix is going to go all in on the streaming and own every streaming platform.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen to these independent films, man? Like, we loved some movies this year that are really fucking good that are more independent. Like, I don't know if this one in particular is independent, but we loved Rental Family. And I feel like Rental Family is one of those movies.
It's Searchlight Pictures.
Sure,
so,
but okay, so that's the Disney stream of experimentation movies, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I really don't want to lose out on movies that have potential to be something huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you lose that when you lose your independent creators, those guys that do the self-funded movies, right? Like FNAF at one point, the first one was a crowdsourced movie, essentially, right? We talked about that last week. I don't know. It just, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I hate Netflix. I don't hate Netflix by any means. Like, we enjoy staying home and watching movies too. Yeah,
like I do like that the Wake Up Dead Man, like those mystery movies have been coming to Netflix as well. Because on the days when our work schedules conflict with movie times and stuff, we have the option to see it on Netflix, which is great.
Right. But it should still release in theaters.
Exactly. And it did, which I'm happy about.
Right.
But
we didn't get a chance to see it in theaters this week.
But it officially comes out today. So next week,
December 12th.
Yes, you will be getting that next week.
Yeah, okay. And then to go into our movie news, which literally goes right into what we were just talking about. Yeah. Do you want me to start it or do you want to start
it? Doesn't matter.
Cool. Paramount has outbid Netflix and offers $108.4 billion to buy Warner Brothers. So obviously this was shared around the internet quite a bit, but where we grabbed it from was Inside History. And so right after Netflix had put their $82 billion proposal to buy out Warner Brothers through the debt thing and all that stuff, Paramount was like, no, we're doing it more. We're going to send more money. Anyway, so we'll see who ends up kind of doing this whole thing. This is a mess to me right now.
But this one, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
This one, I was reading a little further while you were talking. They're covering every asset when they buy, if they do it, Paramount. So it's going to also include TBS, CNN, and TNT.
Yeah.
So it's going to include everything with this one.
Look, whoever ends up buying Warner Brothers, to me, my brain goes, ship them over to Paramount. I prefer that. I don't know. We'll see what ends up shaking out of this. At the end of the day, someone's buying out Warner Brothers, and it's going to be for too much money, and it's going to be either really good or really bad.
Yeah, 100%. But I was, again, reading a little further, and Warner Brothers obviously has to assess both sides of everything. But if Paramount does come out ahead, Netflix does have the right to match it or to exceed it. But if they're already in some type of initial deal, Warner Brothers may have to pay a breakup fee if they've already...
Yeah, actually, no, Netflix does. So it's Netflix that pays that fee.
Oh.
Yeah, which is
interesting.
Really crazy.
So then this is wrong?
So I don't know. I read this somewhere where Netflix still has to pay out a certain amount.
No idea.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just concerned if Netflix gets it because I don't think the idea that Netflix won't put anything on theaters, and if they do, it's very limited stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Kind of sliding into this whole billions of deals. This one I got from Complex Pop, but again, it's been being shared more and more now that Disney has signed a $1 billion deal with OpenAI to make AI videos. There is a little bit more of like a fine print to this. They're allowing for 3 years Sora to generate short fan-prompted videos using over 200 Disney characters, which includes Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars, you name it. They're going to be streaming on Disney Plus and essentially investing $1 billion into OpenAI, which is nuts. Essentially, creativity is dead.
Yeah. Like, you're now telling the entire world that fuck you creators, we're going to get AI to just make our shit for us.
Yeah.
I'm livid at this. I'm not necessarily livid that they would allow OpenAI to use their properties for people to be creative on Sora. What I'm really upset at is that they're going to post it onto the Disney Plus streaming thing. Like, dude, like, you're just telegraphing everybody to everyone in the world that, like, anybody who has an independent thought can just literally just go on Sora and generate something unique.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. Like actually get people to spend time to actually make those fucking videos in reality or animate them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give me this AI bullshit that's gonna take over the screen, dude. We've had this conversation before on this podcast where AI is going to kill the theater industry.
Yeah.
Kill entertainment. Because what makes me think now that, oh yeah, we're not gonna have some AI generated animated bullshit.
Yep.
Just take people out of jobs, take people out of it pisses me
I
off.
know.
And just to add to me being upset, we're gonna go right into Matthew Lillard's reaction to Quentin Tarantino's comment. So if you don't remember from last week, Quentin Tarantino just outed Paul Dano, Matthew Lillard, and Owen Wilson on some weird rant saying that, like, I'm not saying that those guys suck, but like, well, outright saying that Paul Dano's the weakest actor in SAG, a weak sauce, whatever that fucking means. And then he go following up by saying, I don't care for Owen Wilson, I don't care for Matthew Lillard, yada, yada, yada. Matthew Lillard responds, and this is his exact quote, which is, quote, Quentin Tarantino says he doesn't like me as an actor. It hurts your feelings. It fucking sucks. And he wouldn't say that to Tom Cruise or a top line actor. I'm very popular with, in parentheses, my fans, and not very popular in Hollywood. Two totally different microcosms. It's humbling and it hurts, end quote.
Poor guy. Like, he does have so many faithful fans, especially from Scream. Hello. But, like,
Scooby-Doo as well.
Scooby-Doo, FNAF.
Yeah.
He was in FNAF 2. Like, yeah.
I don't know. To me, what this just screams is this, like, over entitlement from Quentin Tarantino. I don't know what fucking high horse he's on to start again bashing people on a platform that he has. Like, he's gonna be recognized as a very good director, but not for his personality. Now it's gonna be all. No. It's gonna be all because of his actual ability of directing a movie. But, like, to be fair, dude, like, he can go fuck himself. Like,
No, literally.
I am so pissed off with how he's decided to attack Matthew Lillard, how he's decided to attack Paul Dano, how he's decided to attack Owen Wilson. Like,
these are people, sad.
These are people that are, I'm pretty sure, are well known to be, like, amazing human beings, and he's just decided, you know what, fuck you. Like, I don't know. Sorry, I know we're doing a lot of swearing right now, but it's
you are
fair. I don't know. I'm just beyond upset on how this has taken its way through the internet. It's just so upsetting.
It really is. Okay, well, I guess the anger and grit coincides with the first of the two movies that we saw.
Yeah.
But the first one we did see was Silent Night, Deadly Night.
And the second one was Ella McCay.
So, do you want me to start?
Sure.
All right. So, Silent Night, Deadly Night. The director is Mike P. Nelson. And the rating, I could not find the movie rating. They only have a TV rating, which is MA, so mature, for strong horror content, gory violence, and slasher themes.
Underrated. Understated. Like, this is a very gory movie.
Hold on. I got
Just
finished. Anyway, the runtime is 97 minutes, so an hour 37 minutes. And the main cast include Rowan Campbell, Ruby Modine, David Lawrence Brown, David Tomlinson, and Mark Atchison. And the spoiler-free synopsis is, it's a contemporary reimagining of the notorious holiday slasher classic. It follows a man haunted by the traumatic memory of witnessing his parents' brutal murder on Christmas Eve. As an adult, that trauma drives him to don a Santa suit and embark on a violent spree each holiday season. In this version, his latest bloody campaign collides with unexpected emotional stakes when a young woman enters his life, challenging him to confront his inner darkness rather than simply succumb to it. So, what did you think of Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I mean, it's a enjoyable movie.
It actually is. Like, once I saw that the rating was TV mature, I'm like, TV? Like, but yeah, I actually really liked it.
It gives me a lot of the Terrifier vibes.
Very much the film style.
Yeah.
But it's also the 7th movie in this installment, which I've never
we've never heard of
this
this series before. There's like 6 different versions of
There's
this movie.
made for
reboots or
TV,
whatever.
made for video, like all the things.
Yeah, so if you've seen any of them before, please let me know. I'm curious to see how the other ones stack up to this. But this one in particular, now, are we saying this is the peak cinema? No. Like, not by any
Heck
stretch.
no.
This is honestly, this is one of those movies that kind of goes so bad it's good.
It is. It's very much like Twilight to me in that it's like it couldn't get any worse, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, like it was just not great performance-wise. In terms of story even, or acting is not like pristine.
No.
But
No.
it was a lot of fun.
So the main guy, I never did look him up after, but he looks very familiar, Rowan Campbell. So I'm going to have to see where I maybe know him from. But it is very much, it gives me like Hallmark movie cinematography.
In a weird horror version, yeah.
A weird horror version, but like the cinematography is very
No,
much like a made-for-TV movie.
You're very right, actually.
Yeah.
It's a very much like a horror version of a Hallmark movie.
Very, very much
But
so.
yeah, like it's the story's very loose, and all the death is very, very gory and very, very in your face.
Very stupid gory. And like it is not scary. They try way too hard to make little like some music added in to make it scary. Like it's not scary. It's on the funnier side of life for sure.
Yeah.
But like cinematography, I want to say this is one of the worst of the year. For the cinematography. The overall movie, definitely not the worst of the year, but
not by any
definitely
means.
not the best.
No, there's one scene in particular that I could keep thinking where, like, not spoiler because I'm not going to say who dies, but the way that one character dies is they have blood spew out their mouth. But, like...
It's not well done. Like
it's not like they have blood actually pour out their mouth. It's like they go, bleh, and then you see from, like, the far right of their mouth, something gets splattered.
It's not even that. It's that it looks like he almost choked on the blood pack. Because he, like, it's like, but, like, it doesn't come out in time.
See, for me, the way that it looks is that it's one person, the actor going, bleh, and then a person to their immediate right, like, splashing paint onto the screen.
This is essentially in the first, like, 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, but it's
so not
bad.
A spoiler, really, but...
so bad.
But, like, rating-wise, so before I give my rating, I am changing my FNAF 2 rating.
Oh, I should change
higher because of this movie. So I'm changing FNAF 2 to a 7. I had originally done 5.5. Yeah, I upped it to 7.
Oh, that was a different conversation than we had yesterday.
Yesterday I said 6.5, and the more I talk about this movie, the more I up the other one.
All right, I'll lower mine down to 7 as well. But
what was yours?
7.5.
Okay, so 7 on both playing fields for FNAF 2. For this one, I'm giving this a 5.5.
And I will agree, it's definitely a 5.5.
Again, not the worst movie.
So if because we're rating it in the sense that, like, this is a full movie thing. Like, if it was just based on feels, I think this gets a little bit of a higher rating, but because this movie is just not good, truly, but it's enjoyable.
Mild feels. Again, not good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it has to get
It's
to
a
5.5.
C-list, D-list movie. Like, I no offense to the acting. Even the acting wasn't that great. So, but I enjoyed it. Like, I would actually watch it again.
It was very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll go into our second movie, which is Ella McCay. The director is James L. Brooks. The rating is PG-13. And the runtime is 115 minutes, which is equal to an hour and 55 minutes. The main cast is Emma Mackey, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jack Lowden, Kumail Nanjiani, Ayo Edebiri, Rebecca Hall, Albert Brooks, and Woody Harrelson. The spoiler-free synopsis is that Ella McCay follows a 34-year-old idealistic lieutenant governor in 2008, who, after her mentor leaves for a federal cabinet post, is set to take over as governor. The film explores her attempt to juggle a demanding political career, public expectations, and complicated family dynamics, highlighting the tensions between ambition, responsibility, and personal relationships. Now, what did you think of Ella McCay?
So first thing is that I don't know if you know who Albert Brooks is. But
I know the name, and it's driving me nuts.
He is Marlin in Finding Nemo.
Yes,
who
he
is the
100%.
governor.
Oh my gosh,
in
yes,
this.
he is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway,
I recognized his voice so much, and I was trying to remember the entire time what was his voice from, and I just gave up on it.
I'm also going to add in that Julie Kavner is in this, and I realized she wasn't listed on the main cast, who is Marge Simpson in The Simpsons, and she's probably my favorite character in this movie as Estelle.
100%. Okay, well, let's talk about her for 2 seconds. Holy hell. She is the funniest person.
Exactly what you
in
think
this movie.
she would be, she is.
100%. She's the
and-
comedic through line to this movie. She's like a weird
But
narrator
also
through this
and a very good support system for Ella.
Yeah, but man, is she funny. Holy fuck,
so
is she funny.
Decent movie. It's on the same wavelength to me as Young Werther that we saw earlier this year, in that like I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. But I kind of had a hunch I actually would enjoy it a lot more than I thought because of Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's freaking amazing. Looks gorgeous in it as always. Like the overall like casting was really well done. They also, I apologize to the people I forgot in this cast because I'd missed a few. And also the brother in this, his name is Spike Fern, so I apologize, did not add that in as well. Yeah, but he was really good. The story felt like decent. I mean, very typical. Like I kind of I kind of had a hunch what would happen, and it did.
Yeah, the story is very predictable.
That's the word, predictable.
It is very, but it's very enjoyable. I actually really liked it. I think the fact that this is a comedy, but it's a more realistic comedy than a extravagant, because it's not trying to be too much by any means. Like,
But that's a James Brooks movie, is very much.
Yeah,
that.
no, it's very realistic, but then it's really good. I actually really liked it. I thought it was very fun, very interesting, very creative. I'm always kind of in support of comedy movies that do really well, so I really hope this movie does really well. I like the cast a lot. This does kind of play the game of maybe the cast is just too star-studded a little bit, but it's not so bad as to...
Not really. There's only really 3
There's
really big art actors.
I mean, I would argue there's more, but it's fine.
I don't think that ruined anything for me though.
I'm gonna rate it.
Mine's a 5.5. I already knew mine, so.
Oh man, I feel like that's low for this.
No, I also though I feel bad for the movie because they also got like right now a 21% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very low.
Which is not right.
No, but I'm still sticking with 5.5 because really like good movie, not really good for me.
I'm in the range of 6 to 6.5, but I think I'm gonna slide to 6 just to be a little bit more conservative.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like I don't want anyone to think that I don't like this movie. I think it's really fun and it's really interesting. The husband of Ella McCay is a very interesting character in and of himself. But I really like Kumail in this. I think he's also very funny, and this is much more of a grounded role for him, which I like too.
Yeah.
And then also, Ayo Edebiri has a very small part in this, but even her role is very like grounded and then bizarre at the same time. But it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. But yeah, I'll stay to 6 just to be on the more conservative side of it. But it is good. I think both movies that you watch, depending on obviously your mood, is actually a good watch. I think if you end up watching Silent Night, Deadly Night, for all you horror fans, this is a good one to like laugh at and have fun with. But if you're kind of looking for like a low intensity comedy movie, Ellen McCay is really good too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But out of the two, what would you recommend?
I don't know, actually. I think I'm going to go with Ellen McCay. I think I ended up enjoying Ellen McCay a little bit more.
Fair.
But yeah, to me, it's a mood thing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a mood thing because I was fine with both.
Yeah. What would you recommend then?
I mean, they're Silent Night's shorter enough that you could see both.
Wow. But
I don't know. I don't know. You're right.
Yeah.
It's such a mood thing.
Yeah, because if I'm in the mood for some very I'll just go to the movies to
Like
watch
a horror,
shit. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know. They're both decent enough.
Yeah.
Are these gonna be the movies that I remember by the end of the year? Honestly, probably not. I think last week and the next week is gonna be way more fun for us.
Or way more. Wait, there's a lot of movies coming out. I can't keep up.
There's way too
It's
much.
too much.
Even
Too
SpongeBob
much.
comes out next week.
I know. There's way too freaking much.
We're gonna try to watch everything. We might not watch everything. We're
gonna try.
We're gonna keep you updated.
But anyway.
Cool. So
yeah.
You want to introduce the second half?
Yeah. So second half, we're doing festive flicks. So we're going to kind of discuss a little bit about one particular Christmas movie each week. So it won't be many, obviously. But I figured this be a fun intro.
We might shoehorn a couple more in.
Yeah,
next
because
week.
we also didn't do one last week. So I figured why not?
Sure.
Might as well start now.
Maybe the week of Christmas, guys, we'll do like 6 in one.
But also it's like the 12 days of festive flicks because today's the 12th, right? So
Ooh.
anyway, so I picked Elf from 2003.
Oh, good one.
The director is Jon Favreau. It was rated PG and ran for 97 minutes. Again, an hour 37 minutes. And the main cast include Will Ferrell, Zooey Deschanel, James Caan, Mary Steenburgen, Bob Newhart, Ed Asner, and Daniel Tay. And Elf is all about, in our spoiler-free synopsis, although we will have spoilers, Elf is a human raised as an elf at the North Pole, and he discovers he doesn't quite fit in and travels to New York to find his real father. Along the way, he spreads Christmas cheer, learns about the real world, and tries to bring a little holiday magic to a cynical city. A sweet, goofy, feel-good holiday comedy led by Will Ferrell's iconic performance as Buddy the Elf. So what do you think of Elf? Let's talk about it.
This is, to me, the most modern Christmas classic. I don't think this movie... You can't not watch this movie.
A lot of people I know hate it.
But it's one of those movies where you either love or hate it. And it's, to be fair, it makes sense why.
Yeah.
Right?
But a lot of people don't like it because of Will Ferrell because they don't like Will Ferrell.
Sure, but if you don't like Will Ferrell, you're gonna miss out on so many freaking comedy classics.
Oh, I know.
But I also get it. Anyway, for me, to me, it's all the little details of that movie. I mean, one of the things I will recommend, if you want to learn a lot about Elf as a movie, all the behind the scenes stuff, watch the movies that made us on Netflix. The Christmas one. They have a whole in-depth episode about just Elf and what it took to make Elf and all the steps along the way. Really good documentary on it. But it's all the little things to me about Elf that I love. Like the little Rudolph the Reindeer section of the North Pole.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that when he's out in New York City, it's actually him just doing improv shit in New York City.
The best is the Santa in the jogger suit.
I can't believe he didn't get mugged. To me, if someone came up to me and did half the shit that he did in New York, I would just be like, I don't know. I don't know how to react in an immediate situation. But and then him eating the bowl of what was it?
Pasta the spaghetti with all the Pop-Tarts and Smart
dude.
or M&Ms.
I know he threw up on the first take of that. I almost throw up every time I look at it. It's gross.
I mean, the plate isn't gross. It's how he eats it that's gross.
No, to me it's the amount of shit that's on that plate.
But the pasta's plain until you add something. Right?
Sure, but it's so much shit that's on that plate. It would so gross to me. I can't.
Fair.
Yeah. It's kid's dream.
And then having James Caan as the father makes this movie so much better because off screen at the beginning he was very tightwad kind of like James Caan off screen, and he was hating like the vibes of the whole thing, but he's perfect. He is perfect as the dad because the other brother,
Daniel Tay.
Yeah, no, Michael.
Yeah,
who's Daniel Tay. Also, when I grew up, I had a huge crush on him. And when I watched
don't blame
this movie.
you though.
But it's like the really gritty, like Italian mafia kind of vibe, which he gets from his dad, which I think is the funniest thing. And then Mary Steenburgen, great. Zoe Deschanel, great. Jon Favreau being in it as well, great.
I think to me, this is like the start of when I knew Jon Favreau and Peter Dinklage.
Oh, and Peter Dinklage too, yeah. Not honorable mention for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has a very limited screen time, so I don't blame him not being on the main cast section. But like, Peter Dinklage in this movie is like the first time I think I've ever seen Peter Dinklage in a movie.
Probably. I don't know.
And the fact that he has such a decent role enough that it's like, oh yeah, I'll remember that character.
And then Amy Sedaris being in it, like a couple of the other guys that are the comedians as well. It's a great movie.
It's not Cedric the Entertainer.
No.
What's his name? The one who took over Wanda Sykes' role.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Oh, but he plays that character also perfect.
Also, this isn't in the Did We Know, but yeah, his name tag, that guy who is the store manager at the toy store, his name tag says Wanda because originally it was going to be Wanda Sykes, and at the last minute she had to back out, so they kept the name tag.
I think he asked to keep the
I
name
don't
tag.
know if he did.
But anyway,
but there's a lot of really cool facts, and for us, it's a Christmas Eve tradition to watch 3 movies, Elf being one of them, and then The Polar Express, and then Jim Carrey's version of The Grinch, and the cartoon Grinch as well.
I love that she just glazed over Polar Express. She's like, and Polar Express, obviously. Like, I don't think everyone watches Polar Express.
No, obviously. Well, I guess so. It's one of my all-time favorites.
We will review that one. We should review that one next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, like Elf is, I think, the most modern version of a Christmas classic.
Yeah.
And yeah, it introduces you to people that have budding careers at that point. And for Jon Favreau to like direct something that is a Christmas classic and then go on to direct fucking Iron Man after that, then also The Mandalorian as well. Like, he has such a huge stamp on the film industry. I kudos to him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
So we'll look into some like critic reactions to Elf as well. But the overall critical consensus is that it's being widely praised as a fresh, funny, and unexpectedly heartfelt holiday movie. And like Ricky said, it became very quickly a modern Christmas classic because it's funny. It has a funny tone. It has a sweet Christmassy tone. And of course, Will Ferrell's performance in it is awesome.
Yeah. So what critics loved, obviously, it was Will's performance. Reviewers consistently highlighted his full commitment, childlike energy as the movie's biggest strength. I know many said Elf wouldn't have worked without him, and it's true. I think that without his like SNL kind of style of acting, I think it makes that movie shine through.
Mm-hmm. And it's also sincere and silly. So critics did like how it was goofy. It had a lot of really good physical comedy too, and it was just very warmth. While kind of dipping into that cynicism a little bit.
The physical comedy, the first thing I thought of was him eating the cotton balls.
Yeah.
It had a strong holiday spirit. So multiple reviewers noted that Elf had captured the old school Christmas specials feeling, while still being modern.
The critics also loved the supporting cast, obviously, and we didn't mention Bob Newhart as well.
Or
Bob
Ed Asner, we didn't mention either.
No, so Bob Newhart and Ed Asner being the North Pole guys, but so James Caan, Zoe Deschanel, Mary Steenburgen, all of them. They definitely grounded the film and didn't make it like overly like sugar coated, you know.
You're right. Actually, that makes sense because like it balances very well with Will Ferrell's kind of personality in this movie.
That's like kind of the point. They need someone to level it out. Yeah,
100%. Jon Favreau's direction. So many loved the blend of practical effects and light CGI, calling it charming rather than over polish.
But some common complaints overall with critics was that it was too holiday cliched and like too sweet and too sentimental, which it leaned too hard in it. But I guess that's kind of the point, because if they're praising the fact that it's like the old school Rudolph and old school Frosty the Snowman and stuff, they're hella cliched holiday classics and they're super sweet. They freaked me out as a kid, so I still actually haven't seen a full version of either of those. Sorry. I don't care to. They still kind of freak me out.
I don't know how they could go around that though, without it being a complete and fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The last thing they complained about was the predictable story arc. So some reviewers pointed out that the plot follows a lot of similar Christmas beats, though it didn't matter because the execution was so good.
The typical range for the review score on this movie is 85% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, which is decent for critics.
Yeah.
And also a high audience score too.
And then Metacritic did a mid to high 60, which is crazy to me because Metacritic always has wonky ratings to me.
Yeah, kind of. But the overall rating is positive, like pretty strongly positive, actually.
That's no surprise.
No.
It makes the most sense
But
to me.
if you haven't seen it, it's funny. My dad hates slapstick comedy. He will gladly tell anyone that he hates slapstick comedy. He likes this movie for Christmas, but he does get a little irritated with Will Ferrell in it. So if you're not a fan of slapstick, just be apprehensive if you decide to watch it.
But there are so many good moments.
But it's a very sweet movie. If you're a fan of any of these actors, just see it. It's a good Christmas movie. Makes you feel good. It has the moments where you feel awkward about certain things and whatever. So it's just a good movie. I highly recommend it to see it at least once, and that way you know if you like it or you don't like it. There will never be a sequel, at least with Will Ferrell.
He doesn't want it at all.
He doesn't want to do it, even though they offered him a heck of a lot of money. So there at least won't be a sequel in the near future. So just see it. It's a one of, you know?
All right. So do you want to go into our
Yeah.
Did We Know? Obviously,
Okay.
all Elf trivia edition.
Yeah. So this will be... You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is Jim Carrey was originally considered for the role of Buddy the Elf before Will signed on. Did you know? Did we know?
Did we know?
That's what I said.
I think I do know this.
Funny
I don't
enough, I
know.
don't. I didn't know this at
I
all.
feel
but
like I did hear about this, but it was too close after The Grinch.
I don't like this.
I'm so glad it's not Jim
I love
Carrey,
Jim Carrey.
actually.
Don't get me wrong. I really like Jim Carrey.
But once you see a movie already made with that actor, it's hard to see them not as that role.
No, but I don't think Jim Carrey would have done.
I don't know.
I think Jim Carrey doesn't provide the innocence enough to do a
No,
character
not
like
at
that.
all. Well, Will Ferrell's not that innocent, so.
But he provided the innocence.
Yeah, he was
feeling
great.
with this.
And I
Yeah.
think, I don't know how tall Jim Carrey is. I think Will Ferrell was perfect because of how freaking tall he is.
Yeah, I also agree with that
Yeah.
100%.
The department store Gimbals no longer existed when the film was made, so the crew had to recreate the entire look from scratch. Did we know?
No.
I knew Gimbals was a store, but I didn't know it wasn't existing anymore when this came out. That's crazy.
That's the part, right? I was like,
I guess, Macy's rules supreme in Christmas stores in New York, so...
Yeah, I just thought
That's
gimbals was
crazy.
a thing then, so I was like, oh, they just used the gimbals.
Well, I kind of can see it now if I look back and see the CGI of the gimbal sign on the store.
Right.
Because it doesn't seem, you know what I mean, fully
Hey,
whatever.
The street scenes in New York were real, not sets. The reactions of random people, Buddy, were completely genuine.
Of him in like his
Yeah, yeah.
costume.
Did we know?
Yes.
Yeah, but
we did like kind of just talked
we
about
did
it.
talk about it. And yeah, if it's also in that documentary that we were talking about.
It's so
as well.
funny. The taxi, there's certain ones I'm like, were they at, like the scenes are real, but like the reactions too are genuine. But like to random people on the street, would that be like the taxi? Because remember the taxi honks him twice.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if that was scripted or not. You know what I mean?
For me, I was thinking about the gum. Like, do you think the gum was real, or did they place gum? Well, you know, he walks up
I'm
to
pretty
the-
sure they placed it. If I'm not mistaken,
I really hope they cleaned that area and placed
Who
gum, because
knows?
if you grabbed used gum,
I know. Will Ferrell actually ate all that sugary food, including the spaghetti with syrup, which apparently made him sick more than once. Did we know?
yeah.
Yes, but I mean, I guess it makes sense if he was sick more than once, if he had to do more than one take.
I thought he only did 2 or 3 takes.
I don't
and
know.
I thought he only got sick once. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I don't blame him. I would have
No.
yacked so fast.
I also hate that word for throwing
Yak?
up. Yak?
It's the clean version of saying throw up or whatever.
Threw up is
He
clean.
vomited it.
No, threw up.
Vomited it.
He did the Technicolor yawn.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, and then and then if you have diarrhea, you're riding the porcelain bus.
That I've heard. Anyway, the narwhal and snowman cameos are early examples of Jon Favreau's mix of practical and digital effects. Did we know?
No, but
No.
that doesn't surprise me because it's early in his career that I know him. So
Yeah, but those are just all digital effects, right? Where's the practical part in that?
probably a human in the midst of that set because some of the bottom of the set is real, but the characters,
Good point.
Buddy's iconic green suit was inspired by classic Rankin Bass stop-motion holiday specials. Did we know?
Yes.
Yes, which we did talk about as well.
Yeah. And then finally, Zooey Deschanel wasn't originally meant to sing, but when Favreau learned that she had a great voice, he added the duet. Did we know?
No.
No, I actually thought she always was meant
I
to
thought
sing.
she already had a duet. I didn't realize she didn't have a duet.
I feel like the movie falls apart without her singing, honestly.
I know.
I feel like the one scene where she's in the shower and she sings.
Have you seen, so recently on TikTok, have you seen his sons, Will Ferrell's sons?
No.
They recreated the shower scene.
Yeah.
His Will Ferrell's two sons recreated the shower scene. One of them is Zoe singing in the shower, and one is Buddy.
That's awesome.
They're fully clothed, but it's really funny because it's his two sons doing it.
But yeah, I figured that Zoe singing the shower part makes her more genuine as a human.
No, like a beautiful woman, like singing voice in the shower.
Yeah, but I feel like it's because remember, she comes off very like like stern, not stern, but like closed off.
Yeah.
So it opens her up more, and then at the end of the movie, it's a good wrap up of everything. So I don't know. I feel like it
fair.
It transitions that movie very well.
Fair.
Cool.
All right. So that kind of sums it up. It's a little bit shorter just because not really feeling the 100%.
Also because we do talk pretty fast.
Well, yeah, we eat fast too. Like really random. So we just do stuff fast. We eat really fast. So we talk really fast.
That's hilarious. I wasn't going to say that, but that's hilarious.
We do. I
We
eat
do
faster
talk.
than him.
So actually, I'll do a little anecdote story before we go too far. So my best friend in the world, his name is Michael. When I was growing up, he used to tell me I was the fastest person in the world that he's ever seen eat. Like I used to finish eating before he started eating, kind of idea. And he's like, man, I don't know how you eat so fast. I'm like, I don't know, I just eat fast. And then he said, man, you're gonna date a girl one day you're gonna finish and you're just gonna sit there and stare. And I'm like, no, it won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. And then I think me and you went to go visit him one day, and he saw you eat, and he goes, "Holy crap, she eats faster than you!"
It was a sushi, I think.
Yeah,
that
but
we took him.
it's one of the stories that makes me laugh the most.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good one. But yeah, thanks for watching, listening, subscribing, commenting, liking our videos and our stuff for the podcast. We love what we do. We don't get paid to do it. We would love to.
Yeah,
But we just right now are enjoying it for having the entertainment and having so much of a fun experience throughout the year. Can't believe it's been almost a full year
of doing this.
of doing this. But seeing all these movies, it's so great. Even if we hate the movies, it's just so cool that we've seen so many movies, which we have a letterbox to recap as well. But we did, like we said, have seen over 100 movies so far.
Crazy.
And Cineplex did a recap as well. We're in like a top percentage of moviegoers.
Yeah.
So heck yeah. But anyway, if you don't follow us on anything, or if you'd like to, we have Threads, Threads, X, Facebook, Twitter, which is X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Instagram.
I said Instagram.
Did you?
Sure did. I think I said them all. Threads, I said, and Letterboxd. Letterboxd and X, we are at the A-List Pod. Everywhere else is at the A-List Admission. Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts, we have audio versions. Spotify has a video and audio version. And then on YouTube, we have audio and video versions of all our stuff. And then we also have Reels and Shorts on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Perfect. Just remember, guys, these are all of our opinions, and that we want to hear yours as well. So leave them in the comments below. Subscribe, follow along, share it around. Rate us 5 stars if you think we deserve it. If not, just rate us any stars and then explain to us why you think that.
Or join the non-existent movie cult.
Yeah. Watch movies.
Go to the theater, okay? We're not getting paid to say it.
Yeah.
We're not part of anything.
No.
We just like movies.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and
We'll see you at the movies.
see you there. Bye.
Bye.